Hello my friends and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Let's Play. We are on episode 3 now, and when I left you we were right here at about 2 hours and 4 minutes. I've been busy, so we are now at 5 hours and 50 minutes, and I wanted to show you what I've been doing. So I did all the stuff off of camera that I said I was going to do. But I wanted to leave some of it to show you some of my process of how it is I go about doing what I do. So I left sort of the framework, for lack of a better term, of how I go about sorting and prioritizing what I want and what's going where, and what it takes to do what I'm doing, insofar as my method. Again, I am a self-admitted OCD type of person, so yeah, my process is everything. And so I got this includes what I've done, and I'll explain, because it's going to look a little goofy right now, but I'll kind of explain a little bit and expound upon what it was that I was doing. And the first thing that I'll say is that I did the fencing. So you can see that I've got it all the way back here, all the way through and looking sharp. I've got it right there. I made another mistake with spring cleaning, which was just unfortunate. It just was. But I didn't want to go back to the save, because it was 3 hours in and I didn't save. I broke my cardinal rule and I didn't save, and it cost me. So it's not bad. So from this direction, you can see that if I go right here, stuff sort of disappears. There used to be a hedge here, if you remember. So stuff sort of disappears, but as long as I'm not in that area, it's not glitching out anywhere else. And so I'm going to run with it, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. These items are, what I do is I go into a house, and when I start clearing them out, and you can see it's all cleared out, and moving things where I want them. When I have excess in these houses of items that I don't need in the house any longer, I put them out on the street. I put them right here. So these two items came out of here. And so what I can do is pick this up and place it like behind a house, or utilize it. And the stool, which that one I don't need, well, yeah, I do actually. So I'll put it right in here. So this is a good example. So what happens is when I get a house that has a bunch of these kind of things, that there's not one of those places where this goes, really. There's no way to really truly utilize it how it's supposed to be utilized. So I bring it in here. Now, it's odd, is I could have swore that I had all of them done, and maybe they disappeared, because I did put 2 in here, and actually it was right here and here. Then there's another place that has them. My old place, my original place from pre-war, has them, and I had put 2 in there as well. Okay, those are still there. Good. And the fencing, these, what I do is, as I'm going through, and I always start over there, these fences are actually inside of the hedges as well. And so I grab them and take them out. I can get every single one of them except that. That one right there I just can never get to. And then I take apart the fencing that's already pre-existing here and readjust it so it looks right. This one I left the gap here on purpose. And you can see they've got it all done there. And then this is here. This is the one thing that I built off camera, was that, and they're cheap. It was just wood and steel, and I've got plenty of that, so I didn't think that would be too egregious. I really want to try and the big building stuff, I want to make sure that I'm doing it so you see me doing it. This one, it took a while to adjust this to where it looks right, so I adjust it so that I match with my path. This is matching to here, looking pretty good. This is adjusted and looking really well going in this direction now. Matches up with the path, and that took a little doing. But what I do is, when I go through and I take all the items out of there, I put them out here. And so my method is posts on the sidewalk. I always have those kind of lined up here along with the furniture that comes out of the houses. I'll grab this while I'm thinking about it. The long fences go on this side of the road, and they're along the hash marks that are in the road, so I use those so there's room. So the long ones are here, the short ones are on this side. Always, that's how I do it. And then you can see I've got more stuff outside of the houses as well. So I put any, as I said, any excess furniture is outside the house. This is all the stuff that was up at the vault that I said that I would bring down that is good resources. I'd lost my mind and grabbed an extra one of these. It was way back in the North 40, back that direction. There's two more back there. I just, it was a long track. You know what's funny is perception is reality, right? I timed it. I timed the time it took me from when I picked it up and started bringing it back here. It took me 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It felt like forever. It felt like I was wasting my time, and it was only 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous, but and I could get the other ones. And you know, it's funny as I'm kind of talking myself into it because I don't like it was only 3 minutes and so much seconds, and the other ones, it's like 15 minutes, and I've got, you know, more steel that I can deal with. It's pure steel, so it's 4 per. If I was hurting for steel, I would absolutely consider it, but I'm not. I've got plenty of steel. I haven't put anything away. I haven't broke these down so that you can see them, and we'll go through that process and start breaking them down right now. And you can see that when I break it down, it's rubber and plastic. So it's better than what I thought. I thought it was only plastic, but it's rubber and plastic, so that's good. 2 steel, 2 wood, just like I told you. So pretty fair amount here too. And this is going to be useful because I'm going to be putting in the junk fences very, very soon here. And that's what they're made of. Any excess of this, usually I don't have any. I use it all. This time I might actually have excess because I'm thinking that I might just use the junk fencing back here. Yeah, I think what I might do is kind of run it from this ridge line to here and then up. And a lot of times I don't really bother with this too much because I don't really utilize this space. But I'm thinking this time out I will. And that'll keep people from shooting people that are in here if I have any mob pops that are on this side. I don't recall if any come on this side. I don't believe they do. I think that the places that they pop are where I've shown in my other video. One of them absolutely was because minutes after I put in my gun emplacements, it was active and shooting a raider that decided to attack, which was wonderful timing to show on camera. That was awesome. Didn't plan it that way, just kind of how it turned out, and that was great. But the one place I know on this side that they absolutely pop is right here, and it's generally behind the fence, but invariably they make their way to this side of the fence. So I'll put a gun emplacement right here that's got good coverage from here and over here, because another place I know that they pop, 100% they do, and it's almost always a group. I don't know that I've ever seen it not be a group, but they'll be about here in this area, and they'll come running up here. So now I've got it all fenced off and blocked off, so that's going to force them into my my guard tower here, which June will be in, and then I will have a gun emplacement here, and I will have a gun emplacement over on this side, typically right here, facing that direction. Or I might end up putting it here just so it's closer. No, actually I like the idea of it here because they can actually cover back here as well if it needs be. So yeah, so that's where I'll put those. And then one more guard tower that I like to put is going to be right down here. And this is the one that was filmed in action moments after well, minutes, not moments, but you know, probably about 5 minutes after I had it up, maybe less than that, is right here. And I have it facing this direction. So they usually will pop right here. Now, when it did it for the camera, the person was like right here already or coming out of the house. I've never seen that before, so that kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. But they were right here, and they died in this doorway because the gun emplacement just chewed them a new one. It was awesome. So yeah, so we're going to be putting in gun emplacements there. That's the plan. So moving forward, and then these guys, if I'm not going to use them, I'm going to just break them down for the wood because there's no other place really I need them. And you can see I use these. These are the extra from here when I redid this fencing and got that all good to go. And this fencing, I did this one as well and got it good to go. So it's ready for my mute fruit. This one I haven't done yet, so I'm going to finish this one off. And this one I always end up having to take apart a little bit and redo because the way they have it lined up, I don't really care for it too much, but we'll see. We'll see what we've got here. It's this right here is what I usually have umbrage with, so we'll just start moving these around and see what we come up with. These are useful here because they're not as strict. These ugly pieces aren't as strict as the really nice ones and the long ones. So, and this has got a really gnarly drop off once it gets past this point. So really, you don't want to go too far down here because then it starts having just a really bad look. But this, you can see it's not really straight. It's this one's pointing off over here, and that one's over there. So I end up redoing this because I don't like it. Let me sight line down this and see if this is the sight line I want. How far does it wander though? That's the trick. So let's slap that back on there. We'll put a long run here. Oh, what are you doing? I said that one. Hello. It is really finicky, so let's start working it this way. Those are ugly pieces, and I've got quite a run, so I'm going to go out to the street. This side will be better. Can I jump this? I cannot. Can I jump at all in this mode? That is a no. Let me double check. No. That is a no. Oh, that's fine. So I know I have these out here fairly close, so grab it and go. We're just going to take it over here. And over here. Right here. Okay. So let's fix that. So we'll take those out of the way. We'll grab this post and it should drop down. And it did, so it's touching the ground. And now if we just put these in, now this is closer to the ground. And what I'll do is I'll do that same trick. Pardon me, right here. I'm going to put a post. I'm going to take this one and move it. Grab the post. You see it drop down? And I don't move, I just grab it. And now this one is now touching the ground as well. See how that is? So it makes it look more natural instead of crap floating in the middle of nowhere, which is just a bad look. I don't like that at all. So because of the way that these work, see how this one doesn't snap, so I can sort of place it anywhere I want. In conjunction with the other mod that I had that I showed you in the other video, the Place Anywhere mod, it allows me to keep it green no matter what. I'm not getting red by being in here or anything, so gives me a lot more options on how to place and where to place things. And so in this instance, I want it to be just a little bit angled that way, so it keeps forcing it sort of away from, and this side will snap. The other side, the ugly side, will not. So I'm sort of trying to get a gentle curve there is what I'm aiming for. And then I'm going to do the same thing right here. Put it like that. See how this looks. Yeah, that's not bad. And so I'm getting sort of a curved run out of something that generally doesn't do that. It doesn't allow for that. And if I put that there, is that enough space? We'll find out. We will soon find out. Give me your ugly. So I can see it's missing the mark by a little bit. It's fine. I extend this out and I'll actually angle it in just a touch more. What if I take it from, okay, so a little bit more. That's pretty good. If I go, and this one's, is that pretty far in? Let's twist it just a teeny tiny bit more. There's that. What can I do? Okay, so I'll get around that. So here we go. We'll move this here. I've got an idea. We're going to move this one here so it's touching and looks good. Let's get this here. Excuse you. Squeeze me. There we go. So this is right there. Turn it just a tiny bit. All right, I like the look of that. That's better. So this is the gate. So what we're going to do is take this gate, grab it, and it's going to snap here. We'll take this, it'll snap here, and we will take that one here, and we'll take another post and double post that end, and that will make it look somewhat decent, I think. Didn't quite get that right where I wanted it, did I? Let's roll this up, and it's riding up. I don't care for that. Can I do it if that's not there? No, I can't. So ungrab that. Grab that. All right, I got to turn it just a touch. Try again. Yes. We'll grab this one and put it here. Bob's your uncle. That looks pretty stinking slick. I can live with that. There's a bug right there that... Let's move this up so it makes like people are actually being sociable with each other instead of, after a drunken fight. Get this one over here. I like it right here. Like so. That way I can get the corn over here. We're going to get rid of this. And then the corn will go in there, and that will be wonderful. So good to go. So now I have all these extra. These are the ugly uglies. So we'll just take them out to the street, decide what we're going to do. The ugly is go on this side on a hash mark, which is like so. So I just like that. How OCD, right? But it's a method that sort of, it lends itself to the speed, because slow is accurate and slow is fast in this regard too. Because if I just keep slapping them all over everywhere, I'm going to forget where they're at. I'm going to, and I'll keep coming across them, or I won't be able to find what I want. With this method, because I do it the same way every time, I'm not guessing. I know exactly what is where, and I know how much I have, and I know where to put it, which also saves me time as well. So I am expending time, but it's time with a purpose, and purposeful work is the best kind of work. You get the best results from it. When you have a plan, work a plan. That's how you do it. That's the secret to any job, really. Make a plan, work a plan. And then this one is just on the sidewalk. Put it right here. Excuse you. And then so I did all of these as well. So every house now is done. I thought what I would do is put the 5 beds in that I know I need, plus 1. So I'm going to have 1 extra bed for a person that I will send here after I get to Diamond City. So we'll end up talking to him. He'll ask us for something. We'll give him something. And we talk to him again, and we offer him a job, and then he'll come here and work for us. So we'll get another settler just like that. Not too hard. It's an easy quest. It's simply an item that you should have with you. You'll probably have it accidentally, and if you don't, and if you're doing things the way I'm doing it, you know you're going to know where to find it. So speaking of that, why don't we go ahead and put our items up so we can see exactly what we're dealing with as far as here. So we're going to transfer it in. I haven't transferred any of my junk yet. Now I have, so let's get the pistol out, the ammo out. Let's go, and there's a bunch of this because I went yard on everything in the houses instead of, so junk and workshop. That's what I want to see. All right, so let's start from right here. All my food. So we go to aid, bloat plan meat right there. I don't put these in there. I don't put these in there. These are going to go in the place behind me on the wall. Bubblegum counts, dog food counts, cram counts. This goes on the wall behind me. This goes on the wall behind me. Let's see, mole rat meat 10, dog meat 3. Those go in the next one down. The gassy dog food right there. Red roach meat, a lot of killing really, surprisingly. Then my potatoes, those are the last potatoes that I have. So that's fine. So now the liquids, we go in here to aid, and we're going to put a dirty water. We're going to put 3 of the Nuka-Colas and keep 1. I wonder what that's for. I think someone gave a hint. I think you might be right. So we're going to drop that and accept. Keep 1 water because sometimes there's a random encounter where a person's sitting there parched and you give them water and you get experience for it, and every once in a while they'll actually join your settlement. So I keep 1 water with me always. And Yannick also can heal you as well, but it's a little bit on the heavy side. So I tend to want these because they're that's what they're made for. 1 and 2, they weigh nothing. So yeah. So keeping the 1 purified water, and there's those, and then this is my crops. And so again into aid. All the way to the bottom, we know those potatoes are there. I'm not going to put those in there because they're not useful at all. Okay, so there's that. Now my chemicals. So we'll go in here, and we're going to go to aid again, and then we're going to jet. I'm going to put the Med-X in here too for now. I might end up using it eventually. I'm thinking with this guy, I might take, because my endurance is going to be on the top side, I'm going to probably take the things that make me immune to alcohol and make me immune to the drugs, the chems, and so I can use them at will. And I usually don't do that, but I kind of want to make this a different sort of run, and so I'm gonna give that a shot. So over here, these are the last bits in the aid that didn't go anywhere else. So blood pack, those blood leaves, those, the hub flowers. I'll put these in here as well. And then I also tend to put the stealth boys, the stealth box things. Why can't I think of the name? But yeah, I put those in there as well. So this is miscellaneous. And that is exactly what it sounds like. Go to miscellaneous, and it's going to be these guys right here. That. And then this is going to be mods. So if I've done any, and I'm not sure, I can't remember if I did or not. Looks like no. When we upgrade our pistol, which we're going to do, it'll generate a mod. So every time you upgrade anything, weapon, armor, it generates a mod, like I had mentioned. So, and they're heavy, so this is where they go. For the guns and armor, right here. And for, oh, I never put one in there. So let's do that. We're going to put in 4 more containers real quick here. So let's do that. So we're going to go here to the furniture, then over to containers. And then the first one we're going to throw in is going to be the toolbox, which is right here. This is going to hold all the armors that I come across from my power armor, and I'll put it right here. And then right on top of that, I like to put this box, and that holds all the mods for the power armor. And I'll put that there and double check the back. Make sure we're looking sweet as, because, you know, I got him, mister. I got to, mister. I'm going to say right there. I'm going to say that looks like booty. How about that? It still looks like booty. Come on now. I can live with that. So we're going to keep that there. So I said 4, right? So the last bit we're going to do, and I don't know how not effective. I don't know if you're going to be able to do this or not unless you have the mod that allows you to place anywhere. But what I like to do is to place 2 lockers right here. I can't remember which direction they are because I'd use them so infrequently. But I like to put, there they are, 2 lockers. And what these are for any legendaries that I find. So legendary for the weapons, and the legendary for the armor. Just right there. And we'll bump this. I don't like the way, well, how is it? Alright, I got it. I got you. Right there. That looks slick, and now we're really, really organized over here. Beautiful thing. I think what I will do two buildings that I tend to put in. One goes right here in this space, and it's usually a 2x2, so it's a four square that goes in right here. And I use the where'd they go? Oh, I gotta go in here first. No, I don't. What am I doing? Oh, it is these guys. That's right. The warehouse or the barn, and I like the barn. And what I'll do is these guys, and I'll put them in right here, and I'll make a barn structure. Typically, I like to lift it up just to where it's above that. But actually, what I really do is I take the first one, and what I'm going to do is I place it sort of like this. And then what I need to do is back out, go to this, and I like to make sure that I can get this close enough to it and raised up. And so I look for where the maximum height of this is, where it likes to be. And so it's easier to move up and down here. So that means this is going to have to go further back here. And so definitely method to my madness on this. This one will go here, right? Almost. Yep, I like that. Okay. Now the real question, do I have the room? And I don't think I do. I might have to scooch it all over. But what the beautiful thing is I think I can grab this and drag all of it. So let's try that. Yes. Why did you go down like that? Why ask questions? Let's do this and we'll get it. See so many ways to manipulate it. I'm going to put it right there. I think that's a great place to throw that. I'm going to go back into the barn, grab this. We're going to snap that here. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. Has a little bit off. Can I grab you and move you over? I can always leave you. Oh, it's going to try and double up. Oh, and it's going to go there. Can I live with it? I think I can. This is what I'm doing with this. So I get these guys, and they're going to go here, but first you have to place these guys. And so I can just use one across both of those if I get it right, which is like so. And then we're going to back out, and we're going to go back over here, and we're going to place these as a ramp, like so and like so. Then we're going to go back out to the barn, to the walls, and we're looking for 2 specific ones. This guy, and you can see there's a definite, that's the inside of the wall, that's the outside of the wall. And we're going to put it right here, and then this one, right, squeeze me, hello, right, what are you doing, fool? Why are you being difficult? Going everywhere but where I need you to go. There it is. Okay, that was just odd. And so I've got those, and now we'll come back out, throw these two down. There and there. Now we're going to throw walls again, but we're going to put these guys right here. There. Then the roof. The roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. Cuss words and cuss words and things and stuff and things. This is a G-rated show, y'all. Go here, and these are also, this one is the inside, so this goes here. Turn around and, excuse you, goes there. And then the next one is its brethren, and it's going to go there and there. Looking pretty stinking sweet. And what this is going to be is when I get to level 10 and I get the call for the DLC for the robots. They give you an apparatus to build and modify the robots, and that goes inside of here. So this is where I like to have it. The reason I use the ramps is because the robots that I built, they don't like stairs so much. They don't like, if it's too hard for them to get out, they'll get stuck in here. I found that this is the best solution for that. This one they absolutely have zero issue with. So that's why I like putting it right here. The space isn't utilized for anything anyway, and it fits rather nicely. So there you go. We threw that in there. I'm going to get this for the concrete and get rid of it. The same with this guy and this guy. I'll leave that. That looks just fine. All right, so we've got this, and then I'll also have it lit and those things. What I like to do when I get it fully outfitted is there'll be a desk right here with a seat, and then right above it is going to be, actually I can put that in right now to be honest with you, so let's do that, just a little bit of steel. So back in here for the containers, and then we're going to go back this direction, right there. And this will be the mods for the robots, and you're going to have a lot of mods for robots. So I put that right there, and that's where they go. So there's a place for all of that good garbage. So now we're one step in the right direction there. So the next thing, I'm going to build something that's somewhat similar to that. And where I like to put that is right over here. And to do that, I am going to go ahead and eliminate these guys and go about my process much the same way. So back out of here into here, I'm going to go to these guys first, and this one does not have to be as high, and I really don't want it as high, to be honest with you. So let's see, let's go. I kind of like that. And then if I want them to snap together perfectly, all I got to do is take this guy right here and put it like that, and then take that. Now it should, yep, there it is. Snap right in, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. I like it. So now we get these little smoothie guys. We're going to put these here. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. And one more. Please snap. Please snap. You can do it. Hello? You can do it. Why aren't you doing it? That looks right, right? Is that? Yes. Thank goodness. I was getting worried for a sec. I think this is going to be in the way, so we will eliminate you. And now, do I want that one, or do I want this one? Let's see what this floor looks like, and I will figure it out. I think this will be just fine. Make them a little bit different. Right here. Let's try that. Yeah! Oh yeah, yeah, I can deal with that. Slap the two behind it. And actually I like this floor pretty well for this too. So now, ooh, better level up. Say what? Say what you say. Use those, we're gonna use these guys. Right here. There and there. And this one. There, there. There, there. There. And back to here and then over. We're going to find those doorways. These are more industrial looking. I kind of like that. That's cool. It's going to fit sort of what we're vibing for anyway, so that's cool. There's that. And there's these guys, these cheese fools right here. That's an outside one there. And right here. And then right here. And right here. And look at that. I wonder what's going here. And I'm going to show you. Let's go collect one of them. Got one and we're going to collect one. So let's do that. So we'll exit out of this. We'll throw a save because we built things and we've done things and it's all matched up. And heaven forbid we walk over and it glitches out, it does something stupid, and then we're not happy anymore. Nobody got time for that, right? That's what she told me. I heard it. Ain't nobody got time for that. So right over here is the other fella. I'm going to grab all his goop. We're going to sit around and wait a moment, and then it'll give us a whiteout. It's happening. Then we're going to put these two little guys inside that place, and they are self-contained. This one's got a little bit more info than the other one, if I remember right. Yeah, it's got a few panels to go through. It's another quest complete. We're going to run up here. You understand, per se, necessarily, Yana. Mm-hmm. We're going to put this here. Now, I believe these guys are in... Are they in, like... I don't think they're in there. I think... Because it's a mod, they had to put it in a different area, waiting for it to catch up here. Hello? What are we doing? Start taking that long, start making me nervous. I think it's in miscellaneous. It is, it's right there. And you can see that I have enough to make it, which is beautiful. And so let's see, I will put the first one right here. I'll put the second one right here. These things are stinking neat. They're pretty lore friendly and they absolutely serve a really cool purpose. So let's set them up. So here's Mr. Salvage and here's Mr. Tidy. So Mr. Salvage, you just click into him and it's got this nice little interface right here. You could just tell them to begin salvaging and they will start doing it at their default settings, but you can set their parameters as well. And so on this one, settlement size, it's set to, oh no, it's already set to large. That's what we want. So that's perfect. So I'm going to reiterate that. And then you can tell it that it will only do, like, don't do ruined houses, don't do the fencing, no point. You can tell them what not to do. And it's pretty nice, actually, to have that option. They did a really good job of that. Or you can do the salvage defaults. And so I leave it the way it is. On this one, I just, you can just say begin salvaging. And that's exactly what he'll do. This one's a little bit different. This one, it's similar, but it's different. So instead of here, you definitely want to change the tidy area. And this one, you can either choose to stay within the settlement boundaries or tidy everything within scan rays. I would suggest doing that one. And then set up the scan range. And it's at long, but we're going to reiterate that. And then return. And then enable auto scan. You want that. And so when it says disable, that means it is on enable mode. So if you click this, now it disables, if that makes sense, right? So this is telling me it's actually on. And this one, we're going to enable battle mode and then begin tidy. And there it goes. And then you'll hear this little, like, little robot type of thing, and world's worst robot noise, engage. And so they'll start working. They'll start doing their little deal. He's going to do his scan. He's scanning the range right now. And what is awesome is they'll just head out and they'll start making a beeline for the things that they're going to do. Now the scrapping guy, I don't think he's going to find much because I did everything. But the other guy is going to come and grab these two things and any of the bugs that are laying around, corpses and stuff. He takes care of that. I love him so much. He is awesome sauce wrapped in bacon. So we'll let him do his little deal. And there we go. We're cooking with gas with that one. And again, right here, we're going to stop and we're going to throw a save because saving is your friend. Now, there's this little shearing here that one of the mods gives, I think, and I hate it. And so how I alleviate that is I throw a deck down, which works great. So what I like to do now that I've been using this mod for a few weeks now, is I turn this into their meeting area more or less. I put a bar, which I'm not going to be able to do for a while, mind you. But so for right now, what I'll do is I'll throw in some seating right over here, where a little table. Oh, let me show you. It's just easier to show them. Show them. Show them. We'll go here. Right here. And down this direction. Right. Wait for it. These guys. Love these guys. And so I like putting it that way. You can put it any way you want to. Really, it doesn't stop them from using it. But I like this way. This way makes most sense to me. And then these guys snap. And so it's great because you can get them this way here. And then it'll snap. And it'll look really sharp, right? And that's not so bad. So what I'm going to do is take this one and move it closest to the window. And then snap them that direction. Look at that. I like it. Then what I like to do is if I have the materials, I like to go into my lighting. And I like to grab these little wall sconces. I like these guys for this particular thing. And slapping them here. And you can see there its description. I can make 72 of these, so I'm looking pretty good. I've got a lot of glass and copper now. That's awesome. So it requires power. And how you power this up is pretty easy, to be honest with you. So we'll do this. This will give them a place to gather, which is good. And I'm going to put something else in here since I can't put the thing in there. I'll put that like that. That'll light this up pretty decently. That'll cover all 5 of my people can actually sit there. Because usually it's 2, 4, 6. I never see them go 4 deep in these things. But I'll see one on either side often enough. So what I'm going to do is that. And then I'm going to come over here. I believe it's this one here and all the way to the end. I love these things. These things are stinking cool. There we are. Throw these in, and I like to throw 1 or 2 of these in. But I'm going to put these on the outside. I'm going to make the deck and throw these out here. They can put them in here, but they kind of clip through the ceiling, and I kind of don't like that. So I'm going to put these in here, and what these do is they give them a thing that makes them happy, and they utilize it. And you know, you haven't lived until you see Mama Murphy belly up to one of these bad boys and start repping it up, getting herself all swollen. And their little secret, I'll tell you, Mama Murphy is the strongest companion that there. Well, she's not a companion. She's the strongest NPC that you know. Because Mama Murphy, she's rocking a 19 strength. What? No. But she is. It's crazy sauce, I tell you. Crazy. Okay. That's good enough. So there's 2 there. I'll put 2 outside or 3 outside. Actually, I can put them in the rooms too, and I think I might do that. That's probably a better idea, to be honest. I think I can get 2 here reasonably well. I'll do that, and I'll do that. Right here, I like to go here to the shelving, and we're going to throw one of these bad boys kind of right like so. And then we'll grab excuse me, grab one of these guys. Yeah, where's the tall chair at? Like putting the tall chair there, but they'll actually utilize that. They'll stand up next to it. But I kind of like the tall chair too, so I'll put maybe one. Maybe like that. And then the other one will be where somebody can just stand here if they want to. I sort of like that idea. They utilize these spaces too. So when they come here to gather, they absolutely will start using it. And then this one, I like to put good old, whoops. All right, go the wrong way, sure. This guy right here. And I like to put him right about, that looks fine. All right, and that's so, that'll be their main gathering area. Let me go ahead and throw the decking together real fast. And not concrete. I don't want to use my concrete in that way. I'm going to hoard that stuff. So this is up a bit. So can I? It's going to be tricky. Tell you what, let's try this. Can I get this low enough to where it makes sense? Yes, perfect. Then we will utilize that because I like the idea that it's actually supported by something instead of just kind of floating in the middle of nowhere. Try that. How do we look? We look like doo-doo. That is poo-poo caca, no substance. No, sir, I don't like it. Maybe. Yes. That way. Oh, she. I like it. So let's go here. We're going to grab these guys right here. Turn it around and throw them down like so. No, actually I don't want to do that way. I want to have it on this side. And then I think what I will do on this is actually throw a barrier up like so. Nothing like rolling around sounding like the village idiot, right? I like it. And then if we go... Yeah, I'll continue with my original thought. I think we will just be fine with that. So we're going to go here. I love watching people get on these things. It is awesome. There's that one. And I imagine this is more dexterity. I don't know if it actually does them any good in that regard. I really don't know. I just know that it helps with their happiness, and I'm down with that. So we're going to do like that, and then let's cruise over here because I know it's out here. Grab this bad boy up, right? We use everything. I'm telling you, I try and use everything I can. And this one we'll throw right over here. Have ourselves a little block party up in here. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that looks good. We're good there, right? All the fencing and stuff is there. That's solid. What are we doing? You know it. Gotta save that bad boy. That's what we gotta do. So we're looking pretty slick now. So we've got this set up. These guys should be gathering and getting all the stuff done. Then we double check if he's been work. Oh, look at that. They're already gone. How sweet is that, right? It's just the coolest thing. It's the little things in life, I'm telling you. It really is. That makes me happy. And then they return to home. They come back here. So that looks like looks like it's done up pretty well. We're good to go on that regard. So let's go ahead and get the house that we've just set up prepared for power. So how we do this is Go right here to these guys, and this is what I like to do on this one, is on the outside of the house, like so, and like so. Then when you're hovering over it, you just space bar, and that stretches a wire. Now I have extended wires. It's a mod, which makes a lot of sense, because otherwise the length that you can stretch a wire is tragically short, which I don't know. I don't know why they do that. So another couple that I like to put on these houses that look like this one is right above the window on that center line right here. One right here. And then we're going to go ahead and light this one up the same way, and we got another level up, because crafting and building is worth a lovely amount of EXP. And you heard the village idiot noises going off like that. Thank you. I mean, that's extra EXP. Every time you're doing it, you're getting, that is 3 times the normal experience when you hear that noise. And that adds up. That adds up quite a bit. So there's those. And I like that. And so now, the curious thing to check is here. Do I have the mats to make it? I hope so. I love this thing. Oh, I do. I'm a happy camper. I'm telling you right now. And the odd thing is it's just going to look really goofy with what we did here, because yeah, I'll own it. Well, maybe if I put it here, it won't look so bad, right? I'm going to go ahead and roll with that. I'm going to say that was a happy accident. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to throw this up here. Like so. Space bar from there to here. Exit build mode. Press the button. And now it's all spitting at you. See my health bar? And it's got the radiation there. Oh, what? What? Say what? That's right. I can get rid of it anytime I need. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So we're good to go there. And this only needs 1 power. This generates 3. And so what I do right here is go back into this, and I am missing 2 crystal. Okay, so I can't build the recruitment beacon yet. More than likely I'm going to find crystal when I go get the settlers, when we rescue them. I could swear that there is a decanter that is one of the loot items that you find in that area. Not positive, I might be misremembering. I took a few to the head, you know what I'm saying? So let's see here. Got those, got lots of these extras here. I've decided I am going to do the junk fences along the back, all the way from, instead of having a small run of the white fencing. So I'll do that. I'll put in the junk fencing and have my gate that's going to be over here, which is something I like to do. And then I think what I also will do is, this is where I like to put my power source. My generators will go here. I build them sort of, something that's sort of like that, but not quite. It's 1 deep, and it's in covered. Well, it's like a half of that. So imagine just a one side of this. So that side of that building, with a whole open face, and that way you can see the generators facing towards you. So the side facing that direction is going to be completely walled off, so they can't be shot at or anything like that. And the side facing me will be completely open, so you can see the generators in there, and they kind of put off a light, and it's kind of a cool effect. So I like doing that. I like having them down here because they are noisy, and so I think that's the best place for them. I'm going to put a trough up here, which I can do that right now, I suppose, right? I'm going to put a trough right up here for a moo-moo, and that is inside of miscellaneous. And then if you go right here, now I have the mod, so I have that one. you'll have access to this. It serves the same process, the same purpose. I like getting this to where it's at least looks like it's on solid ground instead of hovering. And I don't like the weeds going through it, but I can't put it here because that's where my gate's going to go. That's where my power is going to go. And so guess what I got to do? Just got to suck it up and put it somewhere over here and just deal with it. Maybe if I do like, well, but then the poor cow is tromping all over the place over there. Maybe right here. That's not such a bad place, right? Moving away and irritating the people in this house. I mean, you know, it's just like living next to an airport or a train track. You get used to it after a while. You get kind of deaf to that noise. I speak from experience. Yeah. 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 As Sturgis would say, yeah, I like it. Home. Yeah. I guess this'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So what we'll do is call this a done deal. We got another hour in the books. Did a little bit of building, did a little bit of explaining. We got some really nice infrastructure going. It's kind of looking the way I like it. We're going to get some power going over here. So what I will do is probably run a single strand to a single 10 back here. So what I'll do is I'll put a couple of street lights going this direction. That will be for Preston for his pathing down to here. And then we'll terminate. This will go this direction where my things are. And I am going to put the junk fencing from this all the way to here. And then a gate that goes out this direction here. And probably fencing, the more kind of rustic fencing. I like that look. I did it last time. I'm going to do that again, I think, here. I'm not going to worry about putting this in a surround yet because I'm pretty certain that I'm going to run out of materials before I make that a reality. So the white fencing, I think I'll finish off and do off camera. The junk fencing, I don't know. I showed it last time in the other video. I mean, if anybody's watching this, maybe you can let me know. I don't know. If you want to see that, let me know. It's not difficult. It's really not. But I don't mind showing it either, to be honest with you. I like building. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game. So with that being said, let's go ahead and throw our save down again. The final save. We're at 6 hours, are we? We're still at 6. Let's see what it says. 6:47. 6 hours and 47 minutes. And we haven't done a stinking thing except this area. That's how I roll. Not bad at all. You know, I didn't check how many levels I've got. I think I'm banking 3 now. Well, I'm level 5 now. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm banking 3. So I can spend 2 for sure. I was wanting to save at least 1 for this, for doing stuff. What I will do is I'll take 1 in hacking right now. And it would be really useful to have this because I'll start collecting aluminum and stuff. I'm going to do it. I think it's that important because I want to be able to upgrade my armor and stuff. And so level 5 now, after doing the rescue mission and bringing him here and doing Sturgis's mission, that'll probably give me 1 more level, and that'll allow me to take gun nut, which is what I want to take. And then I'll put my gun emplacements in because a gun nut will allow me to have the upgraded auto turret, and so we'll do that. So let's throw this save down. Steak. No, cancel. Excuse you. New save. There it is. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much, my friends, for stopping by and listening to an old guy ramble. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope I might have taught you something or gave you ideas or just, you know, entertained at least. I know I'm sort of a village idiot around here, but I enjoy doing it. I really do. So until next time, thank you so very much. Take care of yourselves out there and be good humans.